Hi everyone, so we're going to start today's practice standing. So I want feet hips distance apart, tailbone tucked under, belly pulled in. Inhale, sweep those arms up, palms meet the sky, and then come down to heart center on an exhale. So we'll just start settling in here with a few deep breaths, eyes closed. Just settling in, ready for our practice today. And when you're ready, slowly opening the eyes, and on an inhale, sweep the arms nice and high. Then we'll take the right hand to the left wrist, inhale, and on an exhale, we'll come to a little side stretch to the right hand side. We'll try and keep the hips central, not moving the hips in this first stretch. And breathing nice deeply here, inhale to come up, swap your grip, and exhale over to the left hand sides. Again, keeping those hips nice and aligned. Inhale to come up, swap hands again, so over to the right hand side. This time I want you to bump your hips over to the left, just to intensify the stretch slightly. Inhale to come up, exhale over to the left, and again bump the hips over to the right. Inhale to come up, and exhale to bring the hands through heart center. Now from here we're going to do our first bit of balance, so feet can either be hips distance apart or right together for a more of a challenge. And then on inhale, we'll sweep the arms up as we rise up onto the toes, so coming up as high as you can here, and exhale, hands through heart center as we lower those heels. Once more, inhale to sweep the hands up, heels come up onto the toes, and exhale back down to the heels, hands through heart center. So we'll do one more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, coming back down, hands through heart center. So you can do two more of these, or if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, shift the weight onto the right leg and we'll do a one-legged. So inhale to rise up and exhale to lower down, and then swap to the left leg. So inhale to rise up and exhale to come down. So from here we're going to start with some sun salutations. So we'll start with our basic sun salutation. So feet are hips distance apart, core is engaged. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, come to a forward fold. Inhale, we'll come to a halfway lift, so nice straight spine. Exhale, plant the palms and step one foot back and after the other. Lower, come down to the knees and then lowering down to the belly. Inhale, come to a little baby cobra, and then exhale, coming through tabletop, curling the toes and coming back to our downward facing dog. Then when you're ready, an inhale, gaze to the front, and exhale, walk those feet in, and then inhale to sweep the arms all the way up to standing, and exhale, hands come through heart center. So our next variation, we're going to have the feet together, and inhale, we'll sweep those arms up, coming up onto the toes. Exhale, coming down into a forward fold as the heels lower down. Inhale once again, coming up to our nice flat back position, keeping length in the neck. Exhale, we'll plant the palms. This time we're going to jump back to plank, and from plank we'll come through chaturanga to our upward facing dog, and then coming back to downward facing dog on exhale. Then on an inhale, we look up. This time we can jump to the front of the mat, and inhale, sweep the arms up nice and high. Exhale through heart center. So we'll do one more sunny salutation. You can take whichever variation is going to suit you best. So inhale to come up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, either stepping back, chaturanga up dog, or knees, chest, shin, baby cobra on the inhale. And exhale, making our way to our downward facing dog. Now here you might want to add some movement. You might want to maybe bump the hips from side to side, or perhaps pedaling out the feet, or maybe just finding some stillness. So whatever's going to feel best for you in the moment. And when you're ready, inhale, exhale as you make your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep those arms up to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center. So from here we're going to work a little bit more on the balance. So we'll be shifting the weight into the left leg. slowly lifting the right leg up, bringing the knee as high up as you can. Then when you're ready, wrapping the arms around, squeezing that knee in a little tighter. Now you have the option here to get the fingers around the big toe and straighten the leg, or we can just stay tucked in with the bent knee, it's up to you. And then slowly opening that knee out to the side, having a little hip opener here, making sure we haven't locked out the standing leg, and we're really thinking about the energy coming up through from the ground. Exhale, bring the knee back to center. Hands are going to come to heart center. We're going to slowly push that back heel as we make our way, our torso comes forward into our warrior three. So really actively pressing that back leg back. And on an exhale, trusting the ground to catch you, lowering that back leg, coming into our high lunge. Then here we'll do some pulsing. It's optional if you want a little bit more of a burn. Going back to high lunge, inhale, sweeping those arms up nice and high. Exhale, planting the palms down, stepping it back. You can take your chaturanga up dog or knees, chest, chin, baby cobra. And exhale, coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look up. Exhale, making your way to the front of the mat. Inhale to come up to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center, and we'll come and do that standing sequence on the other side. So left leg lifts up nice and high, squeezing that knee in. Again, you have the option to take hold of the big toes and straighten out that lifted leg. If not, keeping it nicely tucked in here. Again, on an exhale, opening up through the hip, knee goes out to the side. Again, checking in that core is staying engaged, leg hasn't been locked out. And then on an exhale, knee come back to center, and once again, really pushing through that back heel as you send it towards the back of your mat. So your torso lowers down into our warrior three. Again, finding your drishti, keeping the balance, and exhale. Let that back foot drop down to the mat, coming to a nice low lunge. Checking in that right hip's pulling back, and again you have the option to pulse here if you want to get a little bit more of a workout. Core is still engaged, shoulders are relaxed. And then inhale, we'll sweep those arms up nice and high. Exhale, planting those palms, stepping back, taking your vinyasa, and we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Now from our downward facing dog, we're going to have an option here. So when you inhale to look up, you can exhale, so we jump the feet to the outside of the hands and settle down into our nice yogic squat. If that's a bit much for you, from our downward facing dog, we can inhale to look forward and exhale to come forwards normal. Inhale to sweep the arms up, and exhale, jump the feet apart and sinking down to our yogi squat from here. So whichever option feels right. So in our yogi squat, we want the toes pointed out slightly, and we want the palms to really be actively pressing together. And you can use the elbows to draw those knees out here, making sure we're relaxed in the shoulders and not collapsing too far forward here. So we have the option, we can stay in this yogi squat, or if you'd like to work on your crow pose, we can do a little bit here. So for our crow, we're going to plant the palms down in front of you, shoulders width apart, fingertips spread nice and wide. Knees are going to come in nice up into the armpits and slowly shift that weight forward. And you can do some little toe taps, lifting one toe up at a time, and if that's where you want to stay today, that is perfect. For those of you who want to go a little bit further, we'll come back up, so knees up into the armpits, and we'll shifting that weight slowly forward as we lift one foot up and then the other. So just a little opportunity to play around with your crow now, if you're not being distracted by a puppy, that is. So once again, hands, shoulders distance apart, fingertips spread nice and wide, knees coming right up into the armpits. We slowly shift the weight forward into the hands, and we lift one foot up after the other. So over time, we'll slowly be working on holding this posture for longer, having those heels lifted higher and having the arms slowly straightening out. So wherever you are, we're going to come on to the bottom and we'll take our soles of the feet together, knees out wide. And then what we'll do is we'll take the hands and take the thumbs into the soles of the feet and open up the soles to the sky. So for some people this will feel really comfortable, and for some it will feel very unnatural. So you can either just stay here sitting up nice and tall if that's enough of a stretch, or you can come forward into a forward fold here. So if you're wherever you are, if you're seated up nice and tall or forward fold, again take this opportunity, we'll come back to that nice deep breath and try and let go of the practice so far, whether you've been brilliantly balancing or you've maybe been toppling over now and again. We're just going to let it go and just enjoy this last little bit of our practice. So when you're ready, slowly rolling up from here and then taking the soles of the feet together now and then lowering down onto the back. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide, one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly, and this is where we're going to have our Shavasana today. So again, coming back to that breath, taking nice deep inhales and nice long exhales. And this is where I'm going to leave you today. So feel free to stay here as long as you would like. And hopefully I will see you all again soon.